Julie, Eric Davis, Hayden Airstream, talking about the 2014.5 that we have on our lot. Want you to come in and see it, but of course I thought what I'd do is just do a quick walk around so you get an idea about this particular platform, because we're ready to roll on it, because there are 2015s on their way. And I also stated to you that I have a 2014 that's in all black. But I happen to like the look here for many reasons, not the least of which some of the upgrades that Mercedes-Benz did on behalf of Airstream. That's why they came with the 2014.5 inserted in between the 14s and 15s. Let's talk a little bit about it. What first of all hits you on the 14.5 is all the new fascia that was done by Mercedes-Benz. This is an upgrade from the 14, so this was a makeover done at the Mercedes-Benz plant. I want to make this point right away. All of the finish work done on an Airstream Interstate on the exterior is done in Stuttgart, Germany. They're the only B van that is produced that has all the exterior work done overseas at the Mercedes-Benz automotive plant, and then of course comes to Airstream to do the, let's say, tricked out interior. What else changed for 2014.5 would be you got additional cameras on the face that will help you with what Mercedes did with lane assist, with collision assist. Also, they improved all of their blind spot control. They upgraded not only the fascia, but a step here to access the entire front window. By the way, let's talk about that quickly. There is a membrane sandwiched within the front window that will defrost within like about 90 seconds that entire glass, even if you have ice buildup. Other changes, 2014.5. Xenon headlamps. There is actually a hidden access panel so that you have your washing capabilities. And let's not forget not only all the fun details, but you have sensors both fore and aft on the 2014.5. Just a couple of the quick upgrades where they were more essential to Mercedes-Benz than they were to the entire Airstream platform, because basically the interior stayed the same. They will change some of the interior for 2015. Let's take a look around this unit. Great look here to talk a little bit about some fun stuff. Let's first talk about the Alcoa wheels. These are actually serious upgrades for 2014.5, being that they have a finish, a permeated finish into the aluminum where you aren't going to get water spots, they're going to remain that ultra bright, meaning that less maintenance on an Alcoa aluminum wheel. Those are also added at the Airstream factory, and that goes to that relationship between Alcoa aluminum and the Airstream plant, certainly from the towable division. I wanted to just point out here, these are of course the sealed windows, but they are what are called jalousie windows. Notice, Julie, how we have this window open. What does that mean? No water gets in, all that airflow certainly does get in. So you can run down the road with the B-Class van from Airstream, having all that wonderful air come in. Other vans on this category, they will have sliding windows. Not going to happen. You're going to have to use AC. You won't be able to use your overhead fan, which, by the way, is a Max Air fan. Very cool from the standpoint of bringing all that wonderful air in. Upgrades to 2014.5. The step into the coach itself has gone to, it's an additional 4 inches of steps so that you have all kinds of room there. Kind of a cool thing there. While we're looking at this, check this out, Julie. This is your fuel access for your diesel fuel, which, by the way, I've talked to owners of this. Some of them are averaging 24 miles per gallon with this vehicle. That's pretty impressive. Notice when I close the door, that access panel disappears. Also, the blue efficiency. This is all blue tech efficiency from Mercedes-Benz. It literally gets you almost zero emissions. This is a green vehicle. We're burning clean here, Julie. Now, a quick look into the cabin will tell you. Plush ultra leather. All of your controls are on the actual column itself, and of course that is supplied by Mercedes-Benz. Then you have just fun stuff like battery assist. You've got your Kenwood computer there. We'll talk a little bit more about it. All the beautiful accented burl highlights. Your overhead camera, which by the way is a full-time rear-facing camera, not just backup. It's a full-time camera. And then you have fun things like you've got a toolbox. On the other side you have a first aid kit. We've got CoachNet. I leaned to this a little bit in my email talking about how 24/7 roadside assistant, it's like AAA on steroids. Very cool. So once again, the cabin setup in the 2014.5, absolutely beautiful, user-friendly, and certainly side airbags, thorax airbags, the curtain airbags, front airbags. There is not a safer B-class motorhome on the market than the Mercedes-Benz Airstream Interstate Touring Coach. Okay, silver and black. I love the combination here. This is, by the way, all this paint in this category is all upgraded. It's a metallic. It's got depth to it. That's what I really love about the Mercedes finish work. You have your import access to your city water. The great thing about that, Julie, is there is an internal filter so that you do not get too many PSIs into your coach that could blow a gasket. To have an internal regulator, nobody else in the B-class platform does that. Your potable water intake, your exhaust for your furnace. This is where you have an outside hot and cold shower. So I don't care whether you're washing your feet, the dogs, the grandkids, the neighbors. Very cool. And then you have your septic system, which is all electronic. Push it, push button, push it, and forget it. Basically what it boils down to, they call it a clean dump system. You don't have to worry about getting your hands dirty. And then just quickly, you've got a kind of a unique water heater system here because yes, it is a 6-gallon, but it has up to a 9-gallon recirculating, which is really cool because you blow cold water into the ultra hot water, which doubles your capacity. And then of course the actual doors themselves use a magnetic hinge so that you can wrap these doors all the way around, or they can latch so you don't have to worry about wind and what have you. Let's take a walk around the other side of the ship. Okay, this is that other hinge, which by the way, so you can wrap your hinge or it will lock into place so that you can have that silhouette that won't bother if you're in a tailgate situation, or if you only need access to the back so that it won't, you could wrap it around, or you can actually lock it into place, and of course then you can close it, which by the way, while we're here, you have a full-time, and I love the aesthetics of the camera because it's just very clean silhouette. While we're talking about clean, the beautiful fascia around the back, and also we even put an access panel to the hitch, which by the way, Julie, you can tow 5,000 pounds worth of vehicle with this unit. Kind of cool and nicely done. A couple of details about the rear exit hatch. First of all, you have these beautiful shades which are called day-night shades. So they have light permeating, and of course they go down. The great thing about this, Julie, is even though you have a full-time backup camera, you can still utilize your rear view mirror. Human nature. It forces us to look in the rear view mirror to see what's behind us. You can see through the entire coach. I think that's a beautiful thing. Now this is where you have your storage. 30 cubic foot of storage. And above and beyond the 30 cubic feet of storage that's here, you have your well access, which is not only storage, but it has a drain, so you can utilize it as a cooler. This is done, by the way, in the carpeting, but you have that teak access floor, which goes throughout the whole thing. And then these will drop down. These will be your supports to drop down if you want to utilize the bed in the Interstate as a king size as opposed to just a queen size. To me, probably the coolest thing about the Benz is the fact that there are no stickers along the side of this thing that visualize it as some kind of a, plastic motorhome. It is just very understated elegance, combining the silver coat, metallic clear coat, combined with that beautiful seamless windows. As we move forward, let's talk a little bit about what we got here. You have 2 GFIs. You've got your hookup for satellite and cable. You have your hookups down underneath for your propane, which also include, by the way, Julie, a quick disconnect if you wanted to add a space heater, a gas grill, you wanted to do an additional propane resource to keep you a little longer on the planet. All of them go in behind the wheel well here, access that propane system very subtly underneath here. And then, as you can see, above what we've done here, this is the armless awning by Fiamma. And notice the Sunbrella fabric. This will extend to an 8.5 foot distance. It is lit by LED. It is absolutely stunning in its appearance. You can change the pitch, and you can stop it anywhere from short of a couple of inches to 8.5 feet. This is great considering that maybe you might be sitting underneath the awning with another automobile sitting on the other side. So once again, trees aren't going to be an issue. Additional RVs aren't going to be an issue because you can stop your awning anywhere in between. Then, what is most significant about this, it has what's called a seismic sensor. Any wind catches this awning while you're, say, off the planet, you're out running errands, or you're at the beach, wind catches this, it will automatically close itself into its retracted position without any damage to the awning. That's huge. Just hitting on a couple of things. What I've done here is I've turned the captain's or the co-captain's seat around because it actually makes walking in and out very easy to the unit. If you're driving also, great to get in through the big access door directly into the captain's chair, beautifully done. You have a retractable step that marries to the actual finish of the unit, and then of course you have the secondary step, and everything just the fit and the finish. Come on in, Julie, let's take a look at the 2014.5 Interstate Touring Coach.